ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयम् करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करम् लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करम् शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवम् बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शांति मंत्रम्। ओम वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्मयेति वेदस्य म आणिस्तः श्रुतम् मे प्रहासीसि अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्ददामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। In the last class we found that the Rishi is asking, Ko ayam atmeti, vayam upasmahe, katara sa atma, yena va pashyati, yena va shrunoti, yena va gandhan jigrati, yena va vacham vyakaroti, yena va sadhu cha asadhu cha jena vijanati. Now this is a question being asked by the Rishi, who having heard from the Upanishad Rishi that Vamadeva in the womb of the mother itself has declared that he has achieved Sarvatma Bhava by Jnana, Brahma Jnana or Atma Jnana, and he has been able to break away from the millions of life of repeated birth and death, knowing the reality, what is his reality and the reality of the whole experiences, what we are going through. So, Yena Pashyati is the Atma which is seeing. Yena va Shrunoti is the Atma separate who is listening. Yena va Gandhan Jigrati is the third Atma which is knowing the smell. Yena va Vacham Vyakaroti or the fourth one who speaks. Or Yena va Sadhu cha Asadhu Vijanati. So what is there another Atma which is knowing what is good taste and bad taste, etc. So there are what is the Koyam Atma and Katara Atma. Katara means how many. So which is the Atma that Vamadeva meditated upon? Because this Rishi has still now, or the one who Brahma here, I am calling him Rishi because he achieves the Brahmatjnana in the process. So for us, he is a Rishi now, but at this time when he is asking the question, he is a Brahmana who has a Jijnasa. Brahmana means not a by birth Brahmana. He is a Brahmana means one who follows the Brahmatjnana or the Vedas and the Upanishads before becoming a Jnani himself. So this person is now wanting to become free from the cycle of birth and death, and also to be like Vamadeva, become a Sarvatma Bhava Jnani. So that is why he is asking this question. This Atma, ko ayam Atma, kaha ayam Atma iti, vayam upasmahe, which we should meditate upon. And Katarasa Atma, how many are the such Atma? By the different means, which is the Pashyati, Shrunoti, Jigrati, all these things, seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, all those things is what is thing. So here the Bhashyakara Shankaracharya is taking up the Bhashya. Yam Atmanam Ayam Atma iti Sakshat Vayam Upasmahe Kaha Sa Atmeti. So, which is the Upasya Atma. So, there is in the Upanishads itself, there are two places where it is mentioned that Atma has entered the body through the cleft or the tip of the head, which we saw. Simanam Vidarya Etaya Dwara Prabhadyeta. Then there is another place where it is mentioned in another Upanishad that Prapadhyam Prapadyade Brahma Imam Purusham. In the Imam Purusham, this Purusha has been Prapadyede, is being reached by Brahma through Prapadyam, so through the legs. So whether there is one Atma which is entering through leg and another Atma coming from the head. So two methods. See, when the rishis of yore, when they were doing Upanishad, it is not in the form of teaching. Most of the time it is their own thinking when they utter loud. So whether it is entering through the leg or entering through the head, these are all in a poetic way of expressing by the rishis. So Yamcha Atma Anam Aya Atmeti Sakshat Upasinaha Vamadeva Amrita Samabhavat. It is that Atma which this Rishi wants to know, knowing which Vamadeva Amrita Samabhavat. He became immortal. Tameva Vayam Upasmahe Ko Nu Khalu Sa Atmeti Evam Jitnyasa Purvam Anyonyam Pruchatam Atikranta Vishesha Vishaya Shruti Samskara Janita Smritihi Ajayata. So what does it mean that in this one, Tameva Vayam Upasmahe, we will meditate upon that Atma. Kona Khalu Sa Atmeti, which is that Atma which we will meditate upon. So the question is from the Jitnyasa Purvam Anyonyam Pruchita. Because of the Jitnyasa, Jnatum Icha is Jitnyasa, is a desire to know. So to desire to know which Atma should we meditate upon, the students of the Rishi, Anyonyam Prichatam, asks between each of them, which one should we meditate upon? Atikranta Vishesha Vishaya Shruti Samskara Janita Smritihi Ajayata. So here is that the Smriti, Shruti and Smriti have indicated Atma in different ways. Tam Prapadyadhyam Prapadyeda Brahma Ayam Imam Purusham Sa Etam Eva Simanam Vidadya Etaya Dwara Prapadyeda Etam Eva Purusham Dve Brahmani Itara Prapti Kulyena Pratipannai Iti. So Purusham Pratipannai. Brahma approaches or reaches or enters Purusham through two different means in the Shruti and Smriti. There are the two of them. One is through the leg and the other one is through the cleft of the head top. Cha asya pindasya atma bhute. So what this pinda in this body, that is the way in which Atma has entered. Tayor anyataraha Atma upasyaha bhavitum arhati. Out of the two, one of them should be the upasya and the other one should be maybe gaunam or less important. To know this, they ask this question. Yaha atra upasyaha. Who is the one which is upasya here? katarasa atma iti vishesha nirdharanartham punaranyonyam prapachur vijarayanta. So, to know this, they ask between themselves. Punaha tesham vicarayatam vishesha vicharana vicharana pada vishaya pada vishayaha matirabuda matihi abuda aput. So punaretesham vicharyatam, to repeatedly then again knowing that vishesha vichara, to specifically know this, how this is the intellect is what now enquiring into. Katam means how do we. Dve vastuni asmin pinde upalabhyete aneka bheda bhinna karanena yeno upalambate yaschaika upalambate karanandara upalabdhi vishaya smriti sandhanat. Okay. So, in Asmin Pinde, in this Sharira, because they are going to do Upasana in their own body, because every body is a Purusha. So, you are not meditating like the normal way where you are having some other object outside you and you are meditating upon. Here this Rishis, those Brahmajnanis or those Brahmajitnyasa Vantaha, they wanted to Asmin Pinde Upalabhyate. They know that in this body there are two Atma which have been mentioned by the Upanishad. One through the leg and other through the head. Aneka Veda Binna Karanena Yena Upalabde Yascha Ekam Upalabde Karanantara Upalabdi Vishaya Smriti Pratisandhanat. So this Karanantara, there are different means in which Upalabdi Vishaya Smriti, that Upalabdhi means to attain the object of meditation. They should meditate on the Atma which is through the leg or through the head. Tatra na tavat yena upalabhate sa Atma bhavidam arhati. That Atma will be only eligible for Upasana or meditation who can make them achieve their goal of what Vamadeva has achieved. Kenaha punaha upalabhata iti uchyate yena va chakshurbodena rupam pasyati. So now the question is coming to attain this. They have heard that the Atma has entered. Now having entered the body, the Atma, how should now they meditate upon? Whether they should meditate upon chakshurbodena rupam pasyati. Having become the eye, now seeing the object, there is one Atma. Yenava shrunoti, shrotrabhutena shabdam shrunoti. So through the having become the organ of the ear, it is listening to the sounds. Yenava granabhutena gandhan jigrati. Or is it the one by becoming the sense of smell? Gandhan jigrati means is smelling the smell or the different flavors of smell which is coming. Yenava vak karana budena vacham namatmikam vyakaroti aurahascha ityeva madhyam. So, or is it that were they attained that through the what you call karana budena, vak karana budena, by becoming the cause for the speech, namatmikam vyakaroti. It is uttering the different names. Gaihi cha. means the speech. Not only namam vyakaroti gaihi cha ityeva madhyam. So this is also speaking the speech as well as, that utterance, both are there. Sadhu aswaditi cha yena va jihva bhutena sadhu cha asadu cha vijanati. Or is it that sense organ through which the taste of good and bad is being known? Now this is the way in which the question was asked in the mantra number 1 by the Brahma Jitnyasa. Now the second mantra says, Yadetat hridayam manahascha etat samjnanam atjnanam vijanam prajnanam meda drishtir dhritir matir manisha jyutihi smritihi sankalpaha kratuhu asuhu kamaha vashaha iti sarvani eva etani prajnanasya namadeyani bhavanti. Now here is a list of other aspects which is coming into the mind of the Rishi, which is known as the heart. Yat edat hridayam, manaha cha, the mind. Then samjnanam atjnanam, consciousness, discrimination, vijnanam prajnanam, wisdom and reason, medha, perception, drishti is vision, drishti is perception, dhriti is steadiness, matihi manisha, thought and acuteness, jyutihi is quickness, smritihi is memory, sankalpaha is volition, kratuhu decision, asuhu is the strength, kamaha is the desire and control, and vashaha is the control. All these are indeed the names of consciousness or prajna, vijnanam. Prajnanasya namadeyani bhavanti. Now this is exactly where the other aspects other than the sense organ, the individual is able to know consciousness functioning through the heart and the mind, means intellect and the mano buddhi ahankara chittam, the 4 faculties of the antakarana. So this is now other thing which this Rishi, the Brahmajnani who want to become like Vamadeva is now endowed with. So kim punaha tadekam anekata binnam karanam iti uchyate. So binnam karanam, by different means, or it becomes the operating tools. Yaduktam purastat prajanam retaha hridayam hridayasya retaha manaha manasa srishtaha apascha varunascha hridayan manoho manahas chandrama. So Acharya Shankara is giving a detailed description of each of these aspects of the mind and the heart. Yaduktam punaras prajanam retaha hridayam hridayasya retaha mana. So the strength of the prajnanam retaha prajahridayam, the wisdom with which the heart is responding, that is the vitality of the hridayam is called hridayasya retaha. Manaha manasa srishtaha, mind is capable of projecting. Manasa srishtaha, what are they? Apascha varunascha, Apaha means is the water. Varuna is the devata for the water. Hridayan manoha manas chandrama. From with the heart and the mind and the chandrama are created by the hridaya. So hridaya is the faculty of the mind itself, but as a seat of emotion. Tat etat hridayam manascha. That hridayam is indeed the mind itself. There are no two separate. It is when it is in the emotional form, it is called hridayam. When it is in the memory and the intellect, it is called manaha. Ekameva tad anekata. Even though it is one faculty, it appears as many. Now, what are the many? Etan andakarana anekena chakshurbhutena rupam pashyati, shrotra bhutena shrunoti, grana bhutena jigrati, vagbhutena vadati, jihva bhutena rasayati, swaneva vikalpan rupenan manasa sankalpayati, hridaya rupena adyavasayati. So, now a list of faculties of the mind. It is mind which becomes the chakshu, the organ of seeing and seeing the objects. It becomes the organ of hearing and listens to the sounds. It becomes the organ, the mind itself becomes the organ of grana bhutena jigrati, becomes the smell, organ of smell and smells. Vagbhutena vadati, becoming the organ of speech, it talks or it utters the words. Jihva bhutena rasayati, becoming the tongue, it is now tasting. Svenaiva vikalpana rupena, svenaiva, that's in the mind itself. It is not using any other instrument. By svenaiva, in becoming an instrument for sankalpa, manasa sankalpayati. The mind becomes an instrument for imagination, and the imagination is known by the mind. So it is having dual role. It is becoming a tool for imagination, and it is also knowing the imagination. Hridaya rupena adhyavasidi. In the form of hridaya or the intellect, adhyavasyadi. Adhyavasyadi means affirmation. The form of affirmation is done by the hridaya in the emotion, in the seat of the heart. Tasmat sarvakarana vishaya vyapara ekam idam karanam sarva upalabdhyanurtha upalabdhu. So, tasmat sarvakarana vishaya vyaparana. All the tools are being operated, multiple operations are being done by the karanam. It becomes a sarva upalabdhi artham upalabdhu. It only not becomes the tools for the one instrument itself, becomes the multiple tools, and also the receptor for the information through the tools. Both are done by the one tool only. Tadacha, in the Kaushati Brahmana, it says that Pratnaya vacham samaruhya vacha sarvani naman apnoti pratnaya chakshur samaruhya chakshusha sarvani rupani apnoti. In the Kaushati Brahmana 3.6, it says, Vacham samaruhya vacham sarvani namani apnoti. So becoming by the word pratnaya, by conscience or the awareness or the intellect or intelligence or the pratnya, which is, very difficult to translate into English. But some say it is wisdom, some say it is consciousness, some say it's awareness. But what you want to understand it is that aspect of Atma or Brahman which having entered the body, becomes the organ of speech. Vacham samaruhya vacha sarvani namani apnoti. By becoming the organ of speech, all names, sarvani namani, apnoti, it is occupying or spreading into all that. By calling uttering the names, not only it is knowing the name and the object, but by using the name, it is also adorning the object. So you can see the potency with which the action is taking place. It is not only becoming the organ of speech. By uttering the word, it is knowing the object in the mind, but at the same time, it is using the word sarvani namani, all the different words with which it is using. It is apnodi, means pervades. It pervades the entire world, a world of objects and emotions and thoughts and feelings and everything what you want to name it. If it has got a name, it is using the same principle of vacha. Prajnaya chakshus samaruhya chakshusha sarvani rupani apnoti. Now here, Kaushatiki Brahmana says, the name and the form. The moment you bring the name and the form means the entire experiences have been covered. Whether it is only got a name or name and form, both are being covered by the same prajnaya, one prajna, which is the intellect or the conscious or the awareness. It is the one which is becoming the word, the object, the vision, the knowing of the object by name and form. Vajasanayake, in the Brihadaranya Upanishad, it says that Manasa hi eva pasyati manasa shrunoti hridayena hi rupani vijanati. Again, the same theme is being conveyed in the Brihadaranya Upanishad. Manasa hi eva. It is through the mind alone. So here the manasa and prajna are not being differentiated. The prajna itself has become now the mind. The mind, there is no physical organ called mind, but we all know there is a tool called mind we are all using. And that tool is nothing but prajna, consciousness or awareness, which becomes the mind. Manaha hi eva, by becoming the mind, pashyati manasa shrunoti, it is seeing, it is hearing, hridayena hi rupani vijanati, it is rupani vijanati. By becoming the receptor hridaya, manasa is the projector, hridaya is the receptor. By receptor, it is rupani vijanati. The names and forms of the objects are now known by the hridaya. Ityadi. Tasmat hridaya mano vachasya sarvopalapati karanam prasiddham. The couplet, mind and the heart, knowing and, tool for knowing, both, and using the instruments like walk. Sarva upalabdhi karanatvam prasiddham. So everything that can be imagined, known, having notion, feeling, thoughts, names, forms, or the five sensory inputs like smell, taste, touch, etc. All of them are achieved and known. Sarva upalabdhi karanatvam prasiddham is by the mind and the hridayam. Tasmat tadatmakaha cha pranaha. And that is, prana is the one which has entered the body as per the creation which we saw in the beginning. That, tadaikshada bahusyam prajayati or tadaikshadam lokan usrujayati. And then Hiranyagarbha, Prajapati becomes the prana becomes the atma, prana becomes the, become the the shadow and becoming, which we saw it in the earlier Upanishad, and becomes the part of the Pancha Prana in the body and becomes the Devatas for the instruments, and the instruments are becoming the mind. Through the mind they become the instruments, and the physical organs of the instruments are placed on the body, and through the orifice of the instruments of the eyes, nose, ears, etc., the world of objects are known, which is the srishti of the objects of the world outside. So all of them, tat atmaka pranaha. So in the Kaushadiki Brahmana says, yo vai pranaha, sa prajna, ya vai prajna, sa prana. So there is no differentiation between prana and prajna. Prana itself is prajna. Yo vai pranaha, sa prajna, ya vai prajna, sa pranaha. So it is either you call it as prana or as call you prajna. It is both are the same as per the Kaushadiki Upanishad 3.3. Iti Brahmanam. In the Brahmana Bhaga, Kaushadiki, it is explained. Karana Samhita Samhati Rupascha Pranaha iti Uvacha Prana Samvadau. So in the Prana Samvada, which is the part of the prana, and there is samvada between the organs, who is superior to each other. We will learn about this prana samvada later in the Brihadaranya. So there we will find that between the instruments, they wanted to know which is superior. And each one says, I am superior. Eye says it is superior. Ear says it is superior. Walk says it is superior. Finally, from prana says, I am the superior. And it tries to, it pretends as if it attempts to vacate the body. That is the time when all the instruments realize that without prana they are futile and they are not able to do anything. So they all rush back to hold back prana back in the body and say, sorry, we have mistaken that we have the strength to do things independently, and realize that without your strength, we are just mere tools and without any potency. Iti Brahmanam. So this is part of the Kaushadiki also it is coming. Tasmat yat pragyam prapadyeta tad brahma tad upalabdhi karanattvena gunabhutatvat na eva tadastu brahma upasya atma bhavidam arhati. So Brahma upalabdhi tadupalabdhi karanatvena. So the object of upalabdhi and the achievement of this thing, karanatvena, being the instrument for both the knowing and assimilating the knowledge, gunabhuta tvat na eva tad vastu brahma upasya atma bhavidam arhati. So this, what we thought the Padmam Upadya, that upalabdhi karanatvam, becoming the instrument, they are not worth to be upasya, but atma is the bhavidam arhati. Atma brahma atava brahma upasya, which is atma, is bhavidam arhati, is the one which is to be meditated upon. Parishoshya adyosya upalabduhu upalabdyartha etasya hridaya manoho rupasya karanasya vrittayaha vakshyamanaha sa upalabdva upasya atma naha asmakam bhavitum arhati iti nischayam kritavanta. So with this, seeing the vakshyamanaha, that what is the nature of the instruments and the hridaya mana of the heart and the mind, which is the upalabdhi sadhanam now, the atma became asmakam for us, bhavitum arhati iti nischayam kritavanta. They decided, they are now beg to confirmation that Atma is the one which is to be meditated upon. Tada antakarana upadistaha sya upalabduhu prajnana rupasya brahmanaha upalabdyartha ya antakarana vrittayaha bahyandar varti vishaya vishayaha ta ime uchyande. So now the antakarana upadista upalabduhu. In the antakarana as the upalabdhi and upalabdhuhu, the main means with which the knowledge is attained in the antakarana, prajnana rupasya brahmanaha, the Brahma in the form of prajna, in the body. Now here is the important aspect. The brahmanaha prajnana rupasya, brahmanaha is of Brahman, prajnana rupasya in the form of prajna in the body. Upalabdyartaha ya antakarana vrittayaha bahya andar vishaya vishayaha ta ime uchande. To know that bahya vishaya and that andarvarti vishayaha, there is outside knowledge and there is an internal knowledge. So, and internal knowledge is antakarana vritti in the form of vritti means thoughts or the activities of the mind and the heart. So, upalabdyartam. So, to know Brahma or Atma in the form of prajna inside our body, which need to be upasya or to be meditated upon, that activity of prajna in the body is now being listed out by the Upanishad in the mantra. Samjnanam sapnyapti chetana bhavaha. Samjnanam is the first word to be used. That is sampnyati means chetana bhavaha. It is the principle of life in the body. That is called sampnyapti or sampjnanam. That is one aspect of prajnanam. Ajnanam, not ajnanam. Ajnanam is ajnapti, is Ishvara bhavaha. So, ajnapti is that bhavaha with Ishitvam, all the Aishwaryam in the body. If you want, you have to recollect the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where, Krishna is listing out different, aspects within the body and outside, which is the, with the form of what we are known or how we transact in the world. So you will find lot of Aishwaryam is there in every body. It is not the Ishvara alone. Ishvara had all the Aishwaryam. In the human body also we have Aishwaryam. Some are intellect, some are good in singing, some are good in drawing, some are good in painting, some are good in culinary. Everything is called an Aishwaryam. So that Atnyapti is the Ishvara bhava. Aishwaryasya bhava is Ishvara bhavaha. Vijnanam. What is Vijnanam? Kaladi parijnanam. Here, Acharya Shankara said Kaladi means like the kala. The singing, dancing and cooking, all are the kalas which are having. Parijnanam is the knowledge of that or the expertise in it is called Vijnanam. Prajnanam is Prajnapti. See the Prajna and Prajnanam. Prajnanam is Prajnapti, is Prajnata, is Prajnata is the awareness of all the functions. Medha, Gandha Grana, Gandha Dharana Samartyam is Medha or is what Shankaracharya is. Medha is actually speaking is intelligence in some other context. But here Shankaracharya is differentiating, they're saying that is Gandha Grana Samartyam, is to assimilate the knowledge of different smells. Drishtihi is Indriya Dwara Sarva Vishaya Upalabdhi. Drishti means is talking about one aspect of the Indriyam, of the eyes. We have to interpolate and extrapolate this to other Indriyas also. Drishti means Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Rupa, Gandha. All the 5 sense organs and their instruments. Indriya Dwara. By becoming the Indriya. What is becoming the Indriya? Not eye is the Indriya. Eye is a orifice for the light to come and go to the receptor in the mind. But when it enters the mind, the instrument with which vision is identified and the mind comes to know the instrument, what is being used for knowing the visual objects, is called drishti or vision in the mind. Vision takes place in the mind. Eyes are only orifice. Same way, the other instruments like ears, nose, etc. Dhridihi, dharanam, avasannanam, indriyanam, yatottamam bhannam, yayottam bhannam bhavati. That is, dhriti is the dharanam. Dharana means it is the energy when somebody collapses and later wakes up. That sharira indriyanam yayottam bhannam bhavati. Not only the sharira and the indriya, sometimes, some indriya becomes weak and then it becomes rejuvenated again. These as avasannanam, dharanam is called dhriti. Dhritya shariram udrahanti iti vadanti. Dhritya, by the dhriti, shariram udrahanti is the waking up or the recovery of the body is through the dhriti. Matihi, manasam, mananam. Mananam is done by matihi, is the aspect of prajna again in the mind. Manisha, tatra swatantriyam. Manisha is the capacity to have the freedom. The freedom is felt in the mind. That faculty with which we feel the freedom is called manisha. Jyutihi is chetasaha rujadi dukkitva abhavaha. Dukkitva bhavaha. Chetasaha, by the life, rujadi means by roga, by the sickness, we have the sorrow in the body, that is called jyutihi. Smritihi smaranam. Smriti is memory. Sankalpaha is imagination. Shukla krishnadi bhavena sankalpanam rupadinam. By the white and the colors and etc. By the imagination, not in the body, not by the vision. Inside the mind, we have the colorful picturization taking place in our mind by the imagination. That is called sankalpa. That means the entire projection of the world of colorful world in the mind is by the sankalpa. Kratuhu adyavasayaha. Adyavasaya means determination. Is kratuhu. Asuhu pranadi jivana kriya nimittaha vrittihi. Prananadi. See, asuhu is that vritti in the mind, which is kriya nimittaha, jivana kriya. The pancha pranas which are functioning in the body, due to that, there are vrittis which are happening in this. If the stomach is not digesting, there is a vritti in the mind of indigestion or constipation. If there is a pain in the body, there is health known. There is no external cause for the pain. Internal pain is there in the body. That is known by the, asuhu. And similarly, all the panchaprana, when the heat is there, cold is there, all of them are known by the kriya, nimitta, vrittihi is asuhu. Kamaha, asannihita vishayanksha, Krishna, asannihita vishaya. What is not achieved, desire to achieve them is called kamaha, or the, what you call the desire. Vashaha, Vashaha is tri vyatirkaradi abhilashaha. The attain or to possess. Vashaha is mainly to possession. For possession of any desirable object externally is abhilashaha. So Vashaha is abhilashaha, Kamaha is Trishna. So difference between the Kamaha is and Vashaha we have to understand. Ittevam adhyaha andakarana vritteha ubalabduhu ubalabdyartha twad chud prajnana rupasya brahmanaha upadi bhutaha tad upadi janita guna nama dheyani samjnadhini sarvani evai etani prajnapti matrasya prajnanasya namadheyani bhavanti. All these are names of for different functions of the body, in the body, through the body, by the andakarana and through the sense organs of action and sense organs of perception. All of them are nothing but Brahmanaha, of Brahman, when it becomes Upadi Bhutaha, Tat Upadi Janita Guna Namadeyani. When it is associated with the tools of Upadi Janitani, it is one and the same Brahma or Atma in the body, now called Prajna. That Prajna, when it is associated with the different operations using different tools and different aspects of knowing, they have got multiple names which have been listed till now. Sarvani etani prajnapti matrasya. Otherwise prajnanasya. Namadheyani bhavanti. They are all nothing but different names given to the one energy or one function, one source when it comes to the different aspects of it. Now the light, for example, light itself, when it becomes Vibgyor, we call it by different names, white, blue, yellow, green, blue, orange, red, etc. But it is all nothing but the white light. When it is dispersed, it is called. Same way, the prajna, when it is getting dispersed through the andakarana, becomes the different organs. It is called by different means and different aspects are given different names. But ultimately, they are all only trying to know prajnanam. That is the only one which is there, which is becoming multiple things. Na swataha sashat. By itself, it is not becoming the different separately things. Tadacha uktam pranayane eva prano nama bhavati. Pranan eva. Different pranas. Pranaha nama bhavati. He becomes the prana in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is being mentioned. So, it is in the heart or the intellect and the mind. It is consciousness, lordship, knowledge, wisdom, retentive power of the mind, sense knowledge, steadfastness, thoughtfulness, sorrow, memory, concept, purpose, life, desire, longing. All these are but various names of consciousness, prajnanam. Now, having given the within the body all those things, now the Upanishad is taking to the Hiranyagarbha Prajapati, or in the total cosmic, from the microcosm, now it is going to the macrocosm. I may slightly extend for beyond the time, 8:30. Doesn't matter. I'll be there available for question answer session. The third mantra is Esha Brahma, Esha Indra, Esha Prajapatihi, Esha Retaha, Esha Sarve Eda Imani Cha Pancha Mahabhutani, Prithvi, Vayu, Akasha, Apaha, Jyotishim, Etani Namani Cha, Shudra Mishrani Vaha, Bijani Itarani Cha, Andajani Cha, Jarujani Cha, Svedajani Cha, Udbhijani Cha, Ashwagava Purusha Hastinaha, Yatkinchat Idam Prani Jangamam Cha, Patatri Cha, Yacha Stavaram Sarvam Tat Prajna Netram Prajnane Pratishtitam Prajna Netraha Lokaha Prajna Pratishtita Prajnanam Brahma. So here is a list of things from the macrocosm and the microcosm. He is linking from the macrocosm to the microcosm. Sa esha prajnana rupaha atma bahya aparam sarva sharirastha pranaha prajnatma andakarana upadishu anupravishtaha jalabedagata surya pratibimbavat hiranyagarbha pranaha prajnatma. So Acharya Shankara says that esha prajnana rupa atma, this atma which is Brahma, in aparam namaha Brahma, atma eva Brahma, sarva sharirastha pranaha. It is residing through every body, prajnatma. It becomes the prajnatma. How? Andakarana upadishu anupravishtaha. Andakarana upadishu. By becoming the tools and instruments of individual body, how did it become this thing? Example is being Jala Veda Gata Surya Pratibimbavat. Even though there is only one sun, the multiple reflecting objects or the water bodies in the world at the same time is reflecting the same sun. And that reflection is giving right to separate reflected images of the sun. That doesn't make the sun multiple. Only one sun is there, but the diffractions become multiple. Same way, Hiranyagarbha, the one Sutratma, when before becoming the physical Virat or Prajapati, in the Sukshma Bhava, the Hiranyagarbha in the form of Prana becomes the Prana Atma in every body. Yesha eva Indraha Gunat. The Indra is the Guna. Adava Devaraja. He is also known as the Devaraja, Devanam Raja. He is the king of all the Devas, residing in all the instruments like the eyes, ears, nose, and then in the individual body. And same thing which is there in the cosmic macrocosm also. Esha Prajapati, Yaha Pradamaja, Shariri. He is the one becomes the Prajapati who is subsequent creator for the world. And he is the Shariri. He is the one with the body, Virat, or in the other name we call it Pradamaja. He is the firstborn. Yataha Mugadi Nirbinna Nirbeda Dwarena Gandayo Lokapalaha Jataha. So it is the Mugadi Nirbinha. It is how in the Upanishad we saw in the first chapter it is that this Pradamaja becomes through the Mukha, became the eyes, ears, Lokapalaha, and the protectors or the Loka means here the sense organs which we are seeing. Sa Prajapati hi Esha. he is indeed nothing but Prajapatihi. Ya api ete agnadayaha sarve deva evaya. He is the one which is becoming now the Agni Adi, other Devatas. He is the Indra, he is the Agni. Everything is he only. That this Prajapati is now becoming. Imanicha sarva sharira upadana bhutanicha pancha prathivyadini mahabhutani annat adatvad lakshanadi etani. So it is now becoming the Panchabhutas. Prithivya, Teja, Vayu, Akasha, Kala, Dik, Atma, Mana, everything, Anna, Mahabhutani, Pancha Mahabhutas, that is Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, that fire, water, space, the earth, the fire, etc. Annat, Anna, Dvatani, Lakshanani, which is also becomes Annadaha. Annat, Annadaha. It is the food and the one who consumes the food. Etanicha, kincha, imanicha, shudra misrani. Shudraiva, shudraihi, alpa, krimi, ashay karmi, misrani. Iva shabdaha, anekartaha, sarpadini. So it is becoming the shudra jivis also. It means lesser bodies like the snakes, the mosquitoes, etc. Bijani, karanani, itarani cha, dvaihi rashyani, nirdashyamanani, kani tani uchyate. Now it is becoming the bijani, the seed for the other births. Now how are the other births? Kani utani uchyate. Andajam means born out of egg, like the birds, etc. Pakshyadini, etc. Jarujani, from the womb. Jarayujani, Manushyadini, like the human beings and every mammals, which is the Jarayuju. Swedajani, Yukadini, what is born out of the moisture, like the moths and the other, things which is born out of humidity. Udbijhani, Vrikshadini, what comes breaking the earth, like the plants, etc. So all type of creation is covered by this. Then he is listing Ashwa, Gavaha, Purusha, Hastina, Anyascha, Yatkincha idam pranihi. All the pranis, what is pranam is mean dishyate, iti prani. So horse, cow, human beings, elephants, whatever we can see he is breathing in this world, they are all from this only. Kim tat jangamam yat chalati padbyang gachati. Whatever is moving with legs. Yacha patatri akashena padanashilam. Whatever is flying in the sky. Yacha stavaram achalam. Whatever is immobile like the rocks and the stones, etc. Sarvam tat asheshataha prajnanetram. Prajnaptihi prajnaha. Prajnanetram, now he is sarvam tat asheshataha, without omitting anything. Asheshataha prajnanetram is from that prajnanetram. Now what is the prajnanetram? How he is explaining? Prajnapti prajna. So we know the prajnapti is prajna. Tacha brahma eva. That prajna or the prajna in the body or in the world is brahma eva. Niyate anena iti netram. That which leads is ni dhatu, from there netram comes. Netram means not only eyes. It is the leader or the one leads. It is the one which leads us into the world. It is the one which leads from the Brahma state into this body. All these things are being told for that Brahmatma Bhava, Sarvatma Bhava to be created by those meditators. is why these are being listed here. Otherwise, there is no need to list it. The Shudrasya Shudram, the minutest of the minutest creature or the creation in the world is nothing but Pratnya Netram, is led by the Pratnya, from the Pratnya which is nothing but Brahma Eva. Pratnya Netram, Yasya Tadidam Pratnya Netram, Pratnyanena Brahmani Upastiti Laya Kaleshu Pratishtitam. Whether it is being the time of creation, whether it is the time of sustenance, or whether the time of dissolution, it is led by the Pratnya, which is by nothing but Brahma. Therefore, it is called Pratnya Netram. Pratnya Shrayam Ityartha. The dependency is on the awareness or the consciousness. Therefore, whether you are being born, whether you are sustained, or whether you are dying, or the world is sustained, explained, or maintained and dissolute, all this is nothing but Pratnya Netram. Therefore, Pratnya Ashrayam Ityartaha. Pratnya Netraha Lokaha Purvavat. Here he is repeating in the mantra Patra Netram twice. So, Pratnya Lokaha. What is it? Lokaha is the field of objects. Lokaha means whether you consider from Patala to Brahmaloka or your field of experiences, all of them are nothing but Pratnya Netram. Pratnya Chakshurva Sarvam Eva Lokaha. It is by the Chakshu or the organs of perception you are experiencing the world of objects and internal objects. Sarvam Pratnya Pratishtita Sarvasya Jagataha. The entire world is nothing but Pratnya Pratishtita, is established in the Pratnya. Without conscience or without awareness, nothing is possible. Therefore, they are all established in the Pratnya. Tasmat Pratnyanam Brahma. Therefore, Pratnyanam Brahma. The Pratnyanam which is now being experienced in the body as all the names which have been listed as internal and knowledge of the external world through the eyes and the perception world, movements by the limbs, the body, the prana movements, everything is Pratnya. Therefore, Pratnya Pratishtitam, that Pratnya is nothing but Brahma, because Brahma has now become the Pratnya in the body. Therefore, you are to Upasya of in our body, everything is to be known by the Pratnya. This is exactly why I keep on repeating Pratibodha Viditam Matam Amritam tu Vindate. That mantra is now linked here if you want to really understand that. Everything, every experience is known through Pratnya. Therefore, Pratnya Brahma, we are knowing, we are Brahma, Atma. This here, the Pratnyanam should be taken with the Atma inside. And this Atma and Brahma is the same. I am Atma, Brahma, what we heard in the Brihadaranya Upanishad. No, Mandukya Upanishad is again here only. Therefore, we should understand that there is nothing which is excluded from Brahma. There only you get the Sarvatma Bhava. What you see, touch, feel, hear, eat, shit, spill, spit, everything, words, sound, smell, taste, everything is nothing but Pratnya. That Pratnya is nothing but Brahma. And there is no Brahma outside or inside. Na Bhahyantaraha. So we know that there is nothing inside, nothing outside. Evam sarvam Pratnya eva. Tadedat pratyatya itya tadedat pratyastaha pratyastam ita sarva upadi vishesham san niranjanam nirmalam nishkriyam shantam ekam advayam. So that Brahma, now what is it is being referred, that is this Atma Brahma in the body. Niranjanam. Anjanam means is is what you call dirt. Or here Anjanam means avidya. It is avidya rehidam, mala rehidam. So therefore nirmalam. It is without any dirt in it. Nishkriyam, there is no activity in it. No activity is happening, really speaking, because everything is that. So how the activity can be separate from it? It is a sankalpa, and sankalpa is what? Sankalpa is also prajna. So karma, what we feel as karma is taking place is sankalpa, and that sankalpa is also prajna. Shandam, it is the most auspicious thing or peaceful thing in the world, because there is nothing other to disturb you. Ekam and Advayam, there are two words used separately. Ekam to indicate that is unique. There is only one. Advayam means is to remove the mind that when you say that is only one, then there should be second. That is why one is being told. No, Advayam, there is no second. Na dudiyam asti. Therefore, this is ekam. Neti neti, in the Brihadaranya Upanishad. Iti sarva vishesha upoha samvedyaha sarva shabda pratyaya agocharam. Why is the word neti neti is being used? The neti neti is being used to ward off everything. Now, here we have to also understand one thing. Warding off of things which are real, you can never ward off. If it's a real thing, you can never destroy it. Na sate vidyato bhavo na bhavo vidyate sata. That's chapter 216 of Bhagavad Gita. If it is a sat vastu, is a vastu which is real, an object which is real, it can never be destroyed. So how it can be neti neti? No. Brahma cannot be neti neti. Then what is neti neti? Avastu, which is avastu, avidya is avastu, or maya is avastu, ajnanam is avastu. The what is not there, mithya, that is what is being denied by neti neti. Neti neti is not denying or refuting what is real. It cannot refute a real, because a real thing cannot be refuted. So all the neti neti refutation is sarva pratyaya gocharam. Whatever names which is having, the names are not real. Because names are indicating a sat vastu which cannot be denied. But the name what they are having is deniable, because that is not of the vastu. Vastu is nothing but Brahma. The vastu, if it is got a name, the name is, you can deny it, because that is not the name of it. It is the name of the appearance, what we call it as the name of the object. The vastu is nothing but Brahma. Therefore, neti neti is denying mithya, ajnanam, avidya, or all those negative things which is not vastu, avastu. What is a vastu? There is only vastu in the whole, ekam, advayam, Brahma. And that cannot be neti neti. That is, you are that Brahma, you are the Atma, you cannot be denied. Anything other than you can be denied or refuted. Tadatyanta vishuddha prajna upadi sambandhena sarvatnyam Ishwaram. That sarvatnyam Ishwaram, that one which is knowing everything, is Atma or Brahma only. There is Ishwara, which is being referred in the Upanishad or Puranas or in their thing. That Sarvatnya here is nothing but this Brahma only. Sarva Sadharana Avyakrita Jagad Bija Pravartakam Niyantritvad Andaryami. samtya bhavati. By becoming the antaryami of everything, every atom, every object in the world, that Ishvaraha has become the antaryami of everything, and Jayat Bija Pravartakam, it in the form of a seed in everything, it is the one which is acting. So the Samtya Bhavati for the Brahma, when it is being in the form of objects in the world, as Ishvara, the one which has become the objects in Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvancha Mai Pashyati. That statement of Krishna, where he is the Ishvara or the God has become everything in the world, and becoming everything, it is operating in the world. Therefore, it is the controller of the world. It is not controlling sitting outside in the sky. It is becoming everything. Tat sarvam bhutva sat, so it is that ajayamano bahuda vijayate. It is the one which is becoming many, and having become many, it is controlling everything. At that time, it is called Ishvaraha, Niyanta, or the Kartrutva, Sarva Niyantatvat. Iti Sarvatnyam Ishvaraha is a Samtya Bhavati for what? The Brahma or Atma. Tadeva Vyakruta Jagat Bija Bhuta Buddhyadi Atma Abhimana Lakshanam Hiranya Garbha Samtya Bhavati. When it is in the form of Avyakruta, Jagat Bija Bhutam, for the causal body for the Jagat, before even taking the body itself, it is Abhimana Lakshanam, as Atma Abhimana Lakshanam, it is called Hiranyagarbha Samtya Bhavati. Tadeva Andar Ando Bhuta Pravatama Sharira Upadhi Mat Virat Pratyas Pratyapati Samtya Bhavati. That when it becomes the first body or the Brahma Deva, who creates everything, it is known as Virat Atava Prajapati. Tad Bhuta Bhudang Agni Upadhi Mat Devata Samtya Bhavati. When it becomes Agni Adi Deva, the same Brahma or Pratnya or Atma is now called Agni, to Devata Samtya, Agni, Indra, Varuna, all the Samtya. Tada Vishesha Sharira Upadishu Api Brahmadi Stamba Paryandeshu Tat Nama Rupa Labho Brahmanaha. That Brahma is now Nama Rupa in the form of name and form, and from that it is called Brahmadi Stamba Paryando, from the creator Brahma to the most insignificant creation in the world, or the smallest of the smallest creation, or the atom, or the electron, proton, neutron, whatever you want to call it, everything that only is Brahma. That Vishesha Sharira Upadishu. Each one occupying different body, it is got a different name. The name is insignificant. What it is nothing but Brahma. Tadeva ekam sarva upadi veda bhinnam sarvaihi pranibhihi tarkikaischa sarva prakarena jnayate vikalpyate cha anekata. All those things are vikalpa only, by the mind only, in the name of by pranabhihi, tarkikaihi, by the tarkika means tarka vishesha, vaisheshika, sarva prakarena, in different form. They say, in the Tarkiya they say, padarthan vibhajyate, they are dividing the whole world into 7. Prithivi, Ap, Teju, Kayu, Kala, Akasha, Digatma, Manasi. In the form of 7 objects, they divide it. Then they subdivide them into, and that is where the Tarkika has Anekata, in the form of many names they have given it. tat etam ekaha vadanti agnim manushya vanyam prajapatim indram eka apare pranam apare brahma shashwatam. In the Manusmriti, it is says vadanti agni manushya prajapati. It is Indra, Ekam, Apare, Prana, Apare, Brahma, Shashwatam. All different names are given by different people, but there is only one thing which is in the world or in the whole world, all those things. That is nothing but Brahma. Tadeva Pratnya. It is all by Pratnya because we giving Ityadi Smriti. So we call it by different names only. In the last mantra, say sa etena pratnyanena atmana asmad lokat utkramya amumshin swarge loke sarvan kaman apnutaha amritaha samabhavat. In this way, having realized oneness, ekatma bhava or sarvatma bhava with pure consciousness, he surgan lokan amumshin lokas asmat pretya. In this world, amritaha bhavanti, he becomes immortal by enjoying everything because he becomes everything. So he is not enjoying as an enjoyer and enjoyment objects outside. By becoming everything, he enjoys everything. He became a human being, he enjoys the human life. He becomes the bird, he enjoys the bird. He becomes the elephant, he becomes the enjoyment of the elephant's enjoy life. Everything he is the one, the Brahma or Atma has become everything in this world. And the world outside, the Swargaloka, Swarga is, we explained what is Swarga. That is where no Jara, no Mara, no Amrita, all those things, it is that world where he is immortal. That is what the immortal becomes. He became immortal, he became immortal. With that, this Upanishad comes to an end. And I will stop here. Om Vang me manasi pratishtita, mano me vachi pratishthitam, aviravir maedi, vedasya ma anistaha, shrutam me ma prahasihi, anenadhite ratranaho ratran santatami, ridam vadishyami, satyam vadishyami, tanmamavatu, tadvaktaram avatu, avatu mam, avatu vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.